Yeah. It's Thursday, man. Thursday. Pull up. It's Thursday, it's 9 o'clock, man. Pull up, man. Y'all know who, y'all know why, man. We ain't even got to do all that. We don't even have to do all of that. Y'all know who, y'all know why. Answer by and by. Money's what we coming after. She want a rapper. I slapped her, man. Had to. I had to. I can't do it. What else? Ever. Never had it. You ain't never had it. Thug passion. That's funny. I have a funny story about that. What Pratt? Pratt said she couldn't even remember what the ingredients of thug passion was. That's funny. Everybody know what the ingredients of thug passion is. Like everybody. Thug passion. What's up, man? It's Thursday night, man. Thursday. Looking forward to speaking with you all tonight, man. As always, it's your boy Third. We're gonna let Dom spin for a minute while we do some tagging and bagging. And like always, I appreciate everybody's contribution and participation. All those good teen in. All the good teen in. Whoops. It's loud. That's loud. Come on. Let's go. Hey. Cheesy macaroni to pepperoni. That's what my mama told me. She was right. Yeah. Tony Braxton. Nas wants some satisfaction for real. Whoops. Her. Yurt. Word. Nah. Blue, red, green is the colors I salute. Yep. Blue, red, green is the colors I salute. Yep. Blue, red, green is the colors I salute. West side, get the money. Ain't no group. I'm from the east side though. I'm an east sider though. What up? What's good, man? What's happening? What's going on with everybody? We're gonna let this classic play tonight, man. You know what? I need them. I know why he don't do it, because it's a lot of red tape he had to jump through. Not yet. Good question. Not yet, but it will be tomorrow, because this is this is like an exclusive. Yeah. It's one of my it's gonna be tonight though. I'm uploading it tonight. I wanted to see what kind of reception. I made this as a shirt and it was a smaller print. So I wanted to see how everybody liked it as a hoodie. So I'm wearing it on the show tonight, man, to see what the reception gonna be. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tonight. So man, look on there tonight at midnight Central Time, and it'll be uploaded for sure. Thank you though. I'm glad you like it, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I rep for the home. I rep for the home team. Although it's in the pile, over the pocket, all that. It's like that. Cause I've been thugging. Cause I've been thugging. But yeah, midnight, man, midnight tonight. And it's on for sure. I'm glad you like it though. Straight up, man. Thank you. Thank you. Been thugging. So but like I was saying about this album, and I'm finna turn it up a little bit more. I wish we could get this on Apple Music. I know why it's not. I know why it's not. You know what I'm saying? I heard Dom talk about all the red tape. Oh, now this. Oh, this the one. This the one right here though. But like I said, I know why it's not. It's been explained. We already know. You know, it's a mixtape and it's a lot of red tape. A lot of people, you'll have to clear a lot of verses, a lot of samples. So it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult, but I just wish, you know what I'm saying? And y'all forgive me, man, because I'm tagging some people right now. They always come late on Thursdays, you know what I'm saying? It just happens like that, but it's all good. People be out doing their thing. I ain't mad at that. And it's playoff time in college. I'm not college, high school. I got a lot of people, man, that's involved in high school sports, basketball primarily, and it's playoff time for a lot of them. So, you know, it's a little difficult. Dot, what up, man? What's happening? So yeah, we got a lot of people involved in that. So I respect that, and most of them come dragging in later tonight while I'm still going. So we gonna see, but I'm just tagging a few people as they be requesting, as they always request. What's up, though? What's up, though, M. Dot? We ball. This the KDot I like right here. This the KDot I like. Rhyme through the Merc, verse, notice foreign navigation, word, right on King, couple skirts. Let's get in, but dust some sandals off first, girl. 105 on 105. Glad to hear that, homie. Glad to hear it. If one come alive, players and pimps, user created player like Sims. My cup be filled up to the brim. Yo, fixing her makeup in my rims, nigga. That's the KDot I like. That's the KDot I like. I like my KDot happy with bitches if they move. Look, man, I think Drake made better songs. I think KDot made the biggest hit. That's it, man. That's my thought. Nothing and nobody is going to change that. Nothing. Hear me, man. Hear me when I say this. There is nothing. There's nothing and there's nobody that's going to change that. I think Drake made the better songs. Do I think Dot made the biggest hit? Just caught on like wildfire? Yes, I do. I do that. I do. I love the song. I love Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? I do. I really, 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 really do love Not Like Us. I do, dog. I just think Push-Ups and Family Matters were the two great songs. And I think nobody gonna make me think it otherwise, dog. I think that Not Like Us is just a hit. It's just a song that everybody can dance to. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. And that's my thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying, man, dog. 10 toes. 10 toes. You feel me? And you know what? And I'm okay because I love Dot. You know what I'm saying? I actually am one of these folks that actually do love Kendrick Lamar too. Everybody else pump fake breaking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else just nut holding, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And we know how that go. I ain't tripping on that. But I actually do like Kendrick Lamar's music. I do. I really do. And I don't think everybody really like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. They not like us, cool. But you know, it's his biggest hit. But it ain't his best song. But everybody don't know that. It's his biggest hit, but it's not his best song. And everybody don't know or don't seem to understand or just don't damn care. You know what I'm saying? Because they really not fans. I'm really, since Section 80, baby. Since Spiteful Chant. All, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog. Like, man, swimming pool, Spiteful Chant, I go back like that. Everybody ain't there. Everybody ain't there. And if they say they are, they lying. Because I remember. You know, niggas wasn't listening to Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even listening to Good Kid, Man City. They weren't. Outside the hits, they weren't, dog. And nobody can make me no otherwise, because I was there. I remember. So, like, people wasn't even on this. This the best. This, honestly, in the last 15 years, this is the best album I heard. Nobody can tell me otherwise on that. And this came out in 2012. This Dom Kennedy Yellow album, man. This is the best album I've heard in the last 15 years, dog. The best. You know what I'm saying? I stand on that too. I stand on that. So, anybody feel otherwise? Like I always say, man, this is an open forum. This is an open platform. Come on here and make me think otherwise, dog. Like, come on here and tell me otherwise, dog. Come tell me otherwise, and I'm cool with it. I like a good music. You know, we wind up going down Music Alley a lot of times on Thursdays on here, man. I enjoy the banter. I enjoy it. I think, man, I think versatility and having like different, like I don't like people I don't like being around everybody that think the same damn thing. Not even in my business. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being around people that's got the exact same thoughts on everything, man. I honestly can't stand that, if I'm being truthful, man. Like it's not even that I don't like it. I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it. I cannot. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, have your own brain. Have a different thought. Fight me on something. Disagree. You can. I'm right, but you can disagree. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a grandson. Nah, we just dancing. Girl. Making change, making bank. Champagne, entertaining. The self-trust, women lust. Call your phone, pick it up. Ayy. Yeah, man. Dom, man, listen. Dom Kennedy had a crazy run. Dom Kennedy had a crazy run from about 2010 to about 2014, 2015. Like, he had a crazy run. Like the original Dom Kennedy, then the West Side with Love 1 and 2, the Yellow album, the OPM Young Nation, Get Home Safely. Like, man, dude wasn't missing. Like, he wasn't like how Larry June get down now. That was Dom Kennedy for a point in time, dog. Like, it was he had a crazy run. Dom had a crazy run, man. From LA. He from LA. Leimert Park, South Central. He from LA. See, the thing about, man, I like, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like LA, man. I like Cali music. I love West Coast music, bro. Specifically, like, especially like even now, even the young LA acts, man. But like this during this time, this Dom Kennedy, KDot, J Rock, Schoolboy Q, right? You know what I'm saying? Wavy Q, Odd Future, all them was coming off. You know what I'm saying? Popping off like that. Nip, Mozzie, all these cats. You know what I'm saying? But even now, like I like the young cats. I like RJ. I like Kaylin for real. You know what I'm saying? I like Westside Boogie. I like OGeezy. I like Blue Bloods Clan. You know what I'm saying? I like the Whoops, THIIIIRDS. I like that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Girl, we just boning. Don't be calling my phone in the morning. Yeah, Dom them had it, but Dom had a crazy run, man, for a good little minute. Like for a good little minute. Like I ain't talking about like for like a good little minute, man. For real. Oh man, Brandon, where he at? And Jared. I need some Bama fans. Like, okay, we got a big basketball game this weekend. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear all y'all talk that shit. I want y'all to get that shit out tonight. I want to hear that shit tonight. I want to hear it tonight. I don't want to hear none of that shit Saturday after the game. I don't want to hear none of that shit Saturday after the game. Tag your Bama fans. Tag them. Tag them. I don't want to hear that shit after the game. I don't want to hear none of that shit after the game. I want to hear that shit right motherfucking now. Tag your folk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't want to hear that shit after the game. Where's Chantel ass at? I don't want to hear shit after the game. I want to hear that shit tonight. Put dope on the table. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in pen. Put it in pen tonight. Is y'all gonna win? I want to hear it. I want to hear that shit tonight. All y'all Bama fans, Bama fanning. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear it. Joy, I want you to put that shit in pen. Put that shit in pen. I want to hear it tonight. I don't want to hear none of that other shit. You feel me? That's it, man. Oh, look. That's the first. Exhibit A. Exhibit A, man, because okay, that's what I want to hear. That's what I wanted. That's the this the first cop out. What's up, Cassandra? How you doing, man? What's up, Cassandra? How you doing? Oh, thank you. How good? How you doing, man? Exhibit A. Now, come on, that's what I wanted. But are you all gonna win? That's what I want you to say. Tell me you gonna lose, or tell me you gonna win. What you say, don't y'all standing on business? That's what I want to hear. Who else? Do we have more? Can I get some more? Can I get another witness? Come on, man. Come up here and testify. Get on here and testify or test a lie, whichever one it is. Come on. I want you to testify or I want you to test a lie. I don't care which one it is, but I want you to say something. Tell me something. Tell me something. Weak ass Auburn won't be number one after Saturday, motherfucker. Oh, I heard that last Saturday. But it's hard to be weak ass at 22-2. I say that, man. Like if I look, and we can just bring it up. Like at 22-2, it's hard to be a weak ass team. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? That's just my personal thoughts. But I feel you. I ain't gonna argue that. But it's hard to say, man, weak ass anything when the team 22-2. That's me. And if we look at the teams that they done beat, let's just look at it. Let's look at it. Let's just look at it. Ain't no cop out. Bama gonna beat that ass still last season. Okay, all right, that's fair. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Y'all ain't play us. Don't matter. Nah, we ain't. We gonna see though. We'll see though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can dig it. That's you know, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I like to bring up both team schedules. Bring up both team schedules and who they done beat. I actually know who all we done beat. I kind of know who y'all done beat. I know who y'all. I know who we lost to. I know who y'all lost to. Al, what's up, man? Tell them, war down. War down, Al. Look, I got a big Al saying war down. Look at that. Look at that. The irony. The irony. Y'all 21-3, cool. I can dig it. We 22-2. So I'm just looking at. Let's get standings. 22-2. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Good. Look good. Look good. Look good. Let's see. Houston, we beat them. Iowa State, we beat them. North Carolina, Memphis, we beat them. Look, this ranked team. We lost to Duke. At Duke, I can dig it. All right, it's cool. Now, Ohio State, we beat them by almost 40. They going to this is a tournament team. We beat by 40. Georgia State, Purdue number 7. We beat them by 20. We was really beating them by 35, and we cleared the bench with like 6 minutes left. I was at that game. Killed them. Missouri number 21 by 20. Look at this. South Cat. Squeak by. And our guy hurt. Without our guy, we beat Mississippi State by 22. Beat Georgia. Beat Tennessee. Beat Ole Miss at home. Then they beat y'all. Then Ole Miss beat y'all. Then Ole Miss come to Coleman and beat y'all. Damn. Ole Miss came to Coleman and beat y'all. We went to their home, beat them by 10. Okay. Oklahoma killed them. Lost to Florida. Vandy beat them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good teams we done beat. Let's look at Bama shit. Because I know who we lost to. We lost to number 3. Well, we lost to number 3 and number 4. That's cool. I can live with that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Let's see who y'all beat and who y'all lost to. All right. Let's see. Let's scroll up. I need an interview. Okay, let's see. My niece, nobody. Purdue. We beat them by 20. Y'all lost to these sorry motherfuckers. Y'all lost to them. Illinois, Houston, Rutgers, team. Oregon got like 10 losses. Y'all lost to these sorry motherfuckers. Talking about weak. Weak. North Carolina beat them. Creighton, good win. Yeah. Okay. Oklahoma, good win. We beat the hell out of them too. South Carolina, we beat them. Texas A&M. That's a good win. Ole Miss, we beat them by 10. On their house, y'all lost to them by 10 at home. These sorry motherfuckers. What? Y'all lost these sorry motherfuckers by 10 at home. We went to Ole Miss and beat them by 10. Yeah, shit. Yep. Okay, LSU, cool. Mississippi State, we beat them too. We beat them by 22 without our best player. Georgia, we beat them. Arkansas, that's a good win. That's a really good win at Texas. Texas got good. Texas not winning games, but that's a good ass. That guard they got, Trey Johnson, probably gonna be a top 15 pick. So I respect that. I can respect it. 20, y'all got some bad losses though. That's why y'all ain't number 1. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come back and look to it, and this me being 100% honest. This me being 100% honest, man. Y'all lost to Purdue by 10. Y'all lost to them by 10. We beat them by 20. I mean, y'all lost to them by 9. We beat them by 18. Y'all lost to Ole Miss at home by 10. We beat Ole Miss on the road by 10. And then y'all lost to Oregon. I think Oregon and lost like 10 damn games. Let me see what they record. They were 8-0 at this time, but what are they now? Look where they are in the big. These motherfuckers is 6-8 in the Big Ten. They 17-8. They done lost 8 games. They 6-8 in the conference.
This is it. This is living it. You know, that didn't seem that.
My.
Now it's like, you know.
Anywho, yeah. So y'all gonna win though, right? That's what I want you to say. I want y'all to say y'all gonna win. Tag these Bama fans, man. Tag them. I want y'all to say y'all gonna win. Where Jason Hudson drunk ass at? Where he at? Where Jason Hudson? What Josh? I need some people to stand on this shit. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm not disagreeing. I understand that. And I expect, and if I'm being honest, dog, if I'm being honest, Alabama should win this game. They should. They should win this game. You know what though? They should have lost to Mississippi State too. Did you watch the Mississippi State game? They should have lost that game too, dog. Mississippi State had a dunk. Dude had a dunk with 6 seconds left to take the lead, and man, he missed the layup. Like he completely like snuffed the layup. I'm still trying to figure out how he did that. I still don't know how he did it. How the fuck did he miss that layup, dog? Like, man, first of all, why didn't he dunk the ball? He had been dunking there. It's like he got caught in between two minds and missed the layup. So, again, if I'm being honest, Alabama should win this game. They should. You know what I'm saying? They should. Yeah, he rushed for it. He looked crazy. I was like, dunk the ball. Oh, you missed it. Crazy, man. Crazy. But what's your take on it though, Ike? You want to come on camera? You want to come on camera? I'll send you the link if you want to. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna text it to you. I don't care. You come on, you want to, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna send you the link because I need more. I need human interaction. Hold on a second. Yeah, you can do that while you on here. Don't worry about that. I'm still finna send this to you. So if you can, you come on. You know I ain't finna go off no time soon. Because I also want to talk to you about spring ball and your expectations of the football team of spring. Well, what needs to be accomplished in spring? So I wanted to talk to you because if I'm gonna show you something. This is one of my topics for tonight. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but I wanted to talk to you about spring ball. What's your expectations? What are we looking to accomplish this spring? All those different things. So if you get a chance to come on, man, yeah, I texted to you. So if you get a chance to come on, man, hop on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to right now, but yeah, I appreciate it. I just want to get your input on spring ball. What is the team besides finding a quarterback and solidifying the offensive line and maybe finding who's gonna be the tight end? Like what are we looking for in the spring? And I need some Bama fans to tell me the same thing. Like what are they looking to do in the spring? Any team, all teams, man. What are they looking to what are they looking to do in the spring, man. What is the team looking to accomplish? So, and like I said, that's for everybody, everybody. So, yeah. But anywho, so I'm gonna move on to the next thing. All-Star weekends this weekend in NBA. The NBA, man. They I really don't understand. All-Star weekend almost turned into like a joke. Like All-Star weekend, outside the rookie game and the 3-point shooting contest, man, the All-Star game be trash, man. Like trash. And I don't know what I think that they just need to go back to the previous format. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let the East play the West, man. Let the East play the West and make them play. Like, play. It's like people think they don't want to play because it's because they don't want to get, but it's an NBA game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an NBA game. So go out there and play, man. Like, everything, man, so watered down and whitewashed and trash nowadays, man. I'm confused as to, like, I really don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do nowadays, man, with anything, man. Like, everything confuses me nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all confuses me. It all confuses me. I don't know, man. I think there was nothing wrong with the previous format. I think they really need to go back to it. I think that it's not a hard fix. Just keep shit simple. Like, it's not. I hate the bouncing around and all that dumb shit that the NBA, they just won't settle on something. Like, they trying to appease the people that don't even need to be appeased to. Like, the NBA has a core fan base. Appease to your core fan base. Stop doing all this other shit. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, appease to the people that's there, that's gonna watch, that's involved, that like it, that love it, that regardless of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happened, this is your fan base, and they gonna watch the NBA. And they do all this other extra stupid shit that just ain't working. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Whatever it is, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all trying to do is not gonna work. It is not going to work. This shit they doing now, like they playing 4-on-4 this year. Like, why? I ain't ever seen a 4-on-4 game in it. Why? Am I right? Are they playing? Ain't they playing like 4-on-4 this year? Have y'all seen the new format? It don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me. And I just I don't know. But anyway, it's All-Star weekend. They out in San Francisco. I would love to go on out there to the game. That would have been fun. That would have been fun, I think. But I haven't been to Frisco in about a year and a half. So that would have been fun to do. But if you are in San Francisco, if you are in the Bay this weekend, I'll tell you something, man. A little bit of my little knowledge. My little knowledge of the Bay. The times I go out there, I got 3 words for you. I got 3 words for you if you're going out there to the Bay for all for the weekend. Them 3 words. Don't get bipped. If you're going to the Bay, for an All-Star weekend, man, don't get bipped. Them the 3 words I got for you. Don't get bipped. Don't leave shit in your car. Don't, man, listen. Them motherfuckers out there in San Francisco and Oakland will steal the white out of white bread. You hear me, man? The nigga was still the white out of white bread. I ain't telling you nothing I done heard. Don't get bipped. You know what I'm saying? Don't get bipped. Don't get your shit broke in. Don't get your shit stole. You know what I'm saying? Don't get your car jacked, man. Like the bippers is bipping this weekend in the Bay. Bippers is bipping in the Bay. In the LA they crip. In the Bay they bip. Be careful. That's all I can tell you, man. I got some folks that can tell you more than I can. Like my boy Pat L. Oh, where he at? Pat. Pat, Mark Worthy, all them guys, man. Where they at, man? Don't get bipped. That's the best I can tell you, man. The bippers is bipping. So be careful if you're going to the Bay for the weekend. I know a lot of people are. I don't know who are going, but just be careful out there. That's it. That's my advice. But enjoy. You know, the Bay is fun too, but just be careful. That's the tall and short of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that All-Star weekend. We talked about number one and number two. You know what? Let me expound on this a little bit more. And this is something I didn't know until today. This is something I didn't know until I saw Bruce Pearl say it. Do you know that this is the first time, not in the history of Alabama, in the history of the SEC, that number one is playing number two in the history of the SEC? In the long story history of the SEC, number one had never played number two. Number one in the AP poll and number two had never played. And I'm surprised because I would have thought like maybe sometime, I know like Kentucky, I would have assumed Kentucky would be involved in something like this at some point in time. But I can't believe that Kentucky, and like you would think like it might be Kentucky and maybe like a Tennessee, Arkansas at some point. Arkansas back in the like in the 90s, I can't believe Arkansas wasn't number one and number two. Arkansas and Kentucky weren't number one and number two when they played each other, like in the early mid 90s. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that's a trip. That's a trip, man. Like I honestly I ain't know that. But you know, I would have thought it would have been a time that North Carolina and Duke. I'm sure that has happened. Or a couple of ACC teams, Georgetown and Syracuse or something. Or like I can't believe it's the first time in the history of the league, and it's not involving Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had told me in 1993, number one Kentucky played number two Arkansas, that would have sounded right. You know what I'm saying? Like Kentucky, like I said, maybe LSU when Dale Brown was there, when they had, you know, Chris Jackson and Shaq. I figured they would be one. But like I can't be like a Georgetown and a Syracuse at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of ones that sound realistic, according to North Carolina, or even like when Florida had all those good teams with Billy Donovan at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like like a LSU team on a Kentucky team, Kentucky and Tennessee at no point, a Kentucky and Arkansas in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm shocked at that. I'm honestly shocked that it's and this Auburn versus Alabama. That is crazy. It's not only the fact that it hadn't happened, but when it does, it's Auburn and Alabama. It don't involve Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is an unprecedented year. This is a monumental, unprecedented year in the SEC. I was trying to sit there and compare the SEC. What's good, Byron? What's good? What's good, homie? Like I was thinking about, I thought at some point in time that the Big East in the mid to late 2000s was the best basketball conference at some point in time ever. I couldn't have never been told that it wasn't. Like I'm thinking about the Big East late 2000s Like maybe 2008, 2000, like 2006, 2007, 2008. You talking about Syracuse? You talking about UConn? You talking about Georgetown, Cincinnati, Louisville? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even got start Villanova. Say it's just a weird ass year. I don't think that's ever happened, dog. I don't think that's ever happened. But but you get what I'm saying? Like, think about the Big East. The Big East late 2000s. And I'm saying, like I said, a UConn, a Syracuse, you know what I'm saying? A Georgetown, a Villanova, a Marquette, a Cincinnati, a Louisville. Like, that's 7, like just me not even thinking hard. You know what I'm saying? Then you will have teams like a Seton Hall, a Providence, Boston College, Pittsburgh, Pitt. I'm forgetting Pitt. Pitt was good at this time. You couldn't have told me that the Big East didn't have like wouldn't have been the best, but it's literally. And I looked this up, man. Let me bring this back up, man. I'm gonna bring up the SEC standings right now to understand like where we are with this, like how crazy this is, man. Just at the thought of it, how crazy this is, just at the thought of where shit is. Hold on. Here we go. And I'm gonna bring up the SEC standings, though. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy good. Like, it's unfathomable, unfathomably good. Melanin, what's up, Auntie? But I'm just look right. These 3 teams are number 1, number 2, and number 3 in the country. The top 3 right here. Auburn, Florida. These are we're literally talking about the 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds in the SEC in the NCAA tournament right now. If the season ended today, this is your top overall seed. This is the number 2. This is the number 3. Then you can throw in like a Duke. You know what I'm saying? But it is, and this is not even an exaggeration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams. These teams, the SEC is projected to get 13 teams in the NCAA tournament. That's the projection. Possibly 14. It's only 16 teams in the league. But right now, they are projected to get 13 teams. And just to make sure that I'm right on that, I'm going to type it into Google. How many SEC teams are projected to make the NCAA tournament? Look at that shit. Look at that shit. 13. It's only 16 teams in the damn league. 13 SEC teams are projected. Joe Lunardi, Joey Brackets, projects 13 of the 16 SEC schools to make the damn NCAA tournament. 13. 13 and a possible. That's amazing, man. Like, that's amazing. And like I said, I didn't think it could get any better than late 2000s Big East basketball. But 2025 SEC basketball is the greatest ever, man. Like, it's crazy. Fred, what's up, my boy? What's up, fam? You know, I wanted to holler, man. I had to holler at y'all and y'all 49ers fans, man, about Deebo Samuel. What y'all gonna say about Deebo? Debo. What's good, bro? What's good? Yeah, man. But listen, man, 13 SEC teams projected to make the NCAA tournament. That is amazing. Good to have you on here tonight, man. But that's amazing. That's amazing. I wonder what the other damn. What the? Let me see if I can see. Look at this shit. Here it is right here. Hold on. Look at this, man. This is what they expected to be seeded. Look, Auburn, Alabama, 1 seed. What's that? Fuck you. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back on that. Hold on. What's that? I'm gonna get on that. 1 second. Look, Auburn number 1 seed, Alabama 1 seed, Tennessee a 1 seed, Florida a 2 seed, Texas A&M a 2 seed, Kentucky a 4, Ole Miss a 5, Missouri a 7, Mississippi State a 7, Oklahoma a 10, Texas a 10, Vandy and Georgia 11s, Arkansas on the first one out. That's 13 and a possible. That's 13 and a possible. That's 13 and a possible that they expect to make the NCAA tournament. Like I said, that's unprecedented, and I would love to see that because the damn NCAA tournament gonna look like the SEC tournament if 13 of the damn 16 teams play. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited, but who y'all think gonna win Saturday? I want y'all to say it. Put it in pen. Put it in pen. Put it in pen. Yeah, it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope, man. I think you know what, man? It's hard to say, dog. The homer in me wanna say Auburn, but I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I want to say Auburn. I don't want to jinx it. I think it's gonna be Alabama or Florida. Gun to my head, I'm gonna say Florida. This is why I'm gonna say Florida. We played Florida last year, man. We played them last year. We played this. They beat us by 9 this year, but it was worse than that. We got a big lead on them, and then they just walked us down. The reason I say Florida, they done thumped us a couple goddamn times, man. They thumped us last year down there in Florida good. Now we got their ass back. We bounced back in the SEC championship game. Y'all probably see, if y'all look at the SEC championship game, y'all will see me on the clips. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up so I can show y'all. but Florida, this is the thing that I like about Florida, man. Florida got good guards. They got really good guards, man. Like we got good guards. Bama got good guards. Florida got really good guards that can make their own shots, hit shots. Like I don't know if our guards can make their own shots like that, except for THIIIIRDS. I don't know if Mark Sears make his own shot a lot. I think LeBaron Fallon ain't as good a shooter as the other ones, but he's getting better. I don't watch him shoot. He's getting better. Aiden Holloway dribbled the ball a little bit too much, but he can wiggle loose and he'll hit some shots too. Florida, man, between Clayton, Martin, and Hodge, them and shit. I can't really think. Dog, they can get their own shots and they make them holes. Like Walter Clayton, to me, in my opinion, Walter Clayton the best guard in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that. It's them bigs. Them bigs, they got some bigs. They got some good ass bigs that know how to play together. And they bigs can get the ball, bring the ball up court, and they set up shots. Now, dog, I'm telling you, them motherfuckers hit the offensive glass like some crash dummies, dog. They hit the glass like crash dummies, man. Like fucking Holt and Condon. That's the thing that scared me about them last year. Now we like I said, we peeled their cap back in the SEC championship game. But bro, they kind of did to us the same thing. They guards make like Clayton them can go off. You know what I'm saying? I agree, dog. I agree. And you know what? And the crazy thing about it, Florida could actually be better in their front court if they had Michael Handlogden too. And they were talking about taking a red shirt off of him. So you're literally looking at three guys that's like 6'10, 6'11, 7 feet. And they hit the offensive glass like animals. Like animals, man. So that's the biggest thing. It's not only that they got good guards, they got great guards actually, but they got size and depth in the front court, man. Size and depth in the front court. So that's the biggest thing. I don't know about their wings. They don't have really good wing play at Florida, but guard play and front court depth and rebounding, like they offensive rebound like crazy. They get a lot of second chance points. So that's why I say Florida. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I say Florida. Right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't. I recognize I saw it in them last year. You know what I'm saying? And they come out the gate a little bit tough, but Florida is a team that can get better. You know what I'm saying? Florida is a team that can get better. But you know what? And this not being a homer, Auburn can get better too. Auburn actually can get better. Like, I think Chad hadn't been scoring as much here, but if you get Chad back scoring and Tahad Pettiford can go off like crazy, and I think that if Auburn starts using Chaney Johnson more, if they start running the offense through Chaney Johnson more, when you can run the offense, you can literally post up Chaney Johnson and Janai Broome. You can kind of go back and forth with them guys, and they can make Chaney more of a scoring threat. That makes them really tough to beat, because if they can, people gonna have to start. Chaney, I'm gonna say, I don't think Chaney Johnson realized how good he is, but I think he's starting to. And when he can become a threat down, you got two guys that can post up and score. Teams gonna have to start doubling off them, and they can kick the ball out to knock down shooters. Auburn can get better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Alabama can get better. I think they're great right now. I don't know if they hit their ceiling. I'm not gonna say they have, but I don't know what they can do to get better. Yeah, I agree with that. Chaney fouls entirely too much. That's his biggest detriment. If he can stay on the court, he's a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's a problem if he can stay on the court, man. But I don't know. Again, I don't know if Bama can get better than they are. And some of y'all know better than me. T, I don't know if T still on here. Some y'all know better than I would. But y'all can come on here. Sorry about that, y'all. But I just want to show y'all. I want to show y'all something, man. Your boy was at the SEC championship game last year, man. I'm literally sitting. I'm in Florida huddle. I was so close to the court. I was in Florida huddle, dog. I'm finna show y'all where I am. Florida fans got mad at me. They wanted to run me off. But let me. Hold on, y'all see? Can y'all see this? Can y'all see the cursor moving? Okay, hold on. Look at Chaney. Inside, outside. Y'all see the cursor right here? Y'all look behind Florida bench. Y'all see that? Y'all see this guy right here? Y'all see the cursor? Y'all see that big War Damn DiBiase sweatshirt? That's your boy. That's y'all boy. But like I said, we thumped them in this game. We just kind of got one in the second half. We kept them from going on. We kept their guards from going on runs, and then I'll start hitting shots. But y'all see me right here. Y'all see your boy right there. Look. Let go. Let's see. Say Stevenson play like he did last night. That Stevenson is a good inside outside threat, man. Like, he's a really good player, man. Youngblood hits a lot of shots. Youngblood hit a lot of shots. I'm gonna tell y'all where I think y'all can get better. Look at it, Dylan. Man, give me that shit. I'm gonna tell y'all where I think y'all can get better. I think y'all can get better if Phylon become more of a scoring threat. If there's if LeBaron Phylon become more of a scoring threat, because I think he's the best. Phylon an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Phylon an NBA player. I'm gonna say that. And if he get better, he become more of a scoring threat. Yeah, y'all gonna be tough to beat. Like for real. I think that's if Stevenson play like he did last night and Phylon become a scoring threat, more of a scoring threat, like go get to the goal. See, I think what the problem for Phylon is your boy want to shoot them threes all the time. Phylon, he can hit them. I seen him hit more this year. I mean, I seen him hit more as the season is going on, but I don't know if that's like where he's comfortable. But if he does get comfortable shooting, yeah, y'all can get better there. Y'all can definitely get better there. But see, these guys, man, I'm showing this to prove a point. These guys, man, are big. You know what I'm saying? We just look at me, look at your boy. But these guys are really good, man. Florida is really good, and like I said, their guards. Look at Janai. Janai missed a lot of shots in that game too, though, and he missed some layups. He missed some shots he normally don't miss. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I want to see. I want to see how we bounce back from this against better teams. I know we beat Vandy the other night. Vandy gave us a tough game. I think that's what we need. But again, like I said, that unlocked Chaney. Y'all got this guy now. He was shooting, he was bricking that bitch up for us last year about this time, but he look like he's standing tall for y'all. So that's a plus. That's definitely a plus for y'all. Look at me right here. Looking at it next to dude. Oh man. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say, I think one of them three teams gonna win the national championship. I don't think Duke gonna win. I think Duke is too dependent on Cooper Flag. I think a lot of, you know what, man? And we, even though they beat us, I wasn't that impressed with Duke. They brought some dude off the bench that hit 6 threes against us that wasn't even playing. We didn't even have him on the scouting report. They've been winning games, but they are playing in a lesser league. Look at Hodge. I mean, not Hodge, but Walter Clay. God, this dude can go. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we won the game here. This is when we took over this game defensively. And I think against Florida this last game, we tried to outscore them instead of play defense, beat them defensively. And that's what cost us that game. We didn't lock down on defense. So I think that was a good lesson learned. Look at me standing up right here. Look, steal that bit, push it, get that bit to Denver. Don't ask how I got them tickets, but y'all see me right now, me and my boy Fred. Look at me, y'all see me. Hold on, let me go back. Look right here. Look right there. Y'all see that big war dam? All right, man. I'm gonna stop saying that. Okay, you okay? I ain't see you, Ike. You ready? Yo.
What up, man?
What's good, my brother?
Man, just in here trying to get some work done, bro.
I got you, man. I don't mean to take up your time. I know.
Hey, man, we multitasking, brother. We multitasking.
Same, dog. Same. You know what I mean? Like we going 3 for 1, right? Because I know I'm doing 3-4 things right now. I know I am. But yeah. So I wanted to bring you on. I'm gonna take this down, man, because I did want to get into some spring football stuff. Well, we can first let's talk basketball since we're looking at this. What's the next step for the teams? What's the next step for Auburn, man, to to get to the before they play when they haven't plateaued yet. So what's the apex, man? What do they need to do? What do you want to see? And I give you an example. I give you some things I want to see, man. And I don't know if it's gonna happen. But like I said, I think that they should run more offense through Chaney Johnson. He can stay out of foul trouble. But man, what's up with Ja'Kai Howard, man?
Man, I mean, honestly, it's just his attitude hasn't been what it needs.
I know it
to
ain't
be.
been where Bruce wanted to be.
Yeah, just as far as like being a good teammate. Like
right.
he's gonna get it, but like you gotta think about like who he's playing behind, right? Like in order for Ja'Kai Howard to get more minutes, you got to pull Miles Kelly and Denver Jones and Chad Baker-Mazar off the floor, right? And so he would likely get some of those Chris Moore minutes. But like when he's been out there, the reason why he hasn't seen the floor since the Florida game is because of a defensive lapse.
Defense, right?
Yeah,
right.
Like he, since the Tennessee game.
Yeah, Tennessee game. Coming off Chaz Lanier a couple times.
Hadn't had no good looks.
Nothing. 2 times you get in the game, you let Chaz Lanier, man, get loose and hit a couple threes. Yeah,
and how he reacted to that would be like knowing, okay, you can't do this. He went in the game and did it anyway. Like his attitude was jacked up, and so they was just like, yo, you're not like if I'm gonna play you these minutes, right? Like you got to think about it. Simo is really getting the minutes that he would have gotten.
Exactly.
But Chris gonna be where he's supposed to be on defense.
No, he don't. Right. Right.
Every time.
And I was telling people, like people say Simo is a good defender. Simo is not a good defender. He works hard, he hustles, but his defense isn't warranting the minutes over Ja'Kai. I know Ja'Kai defense can be better, but Ja'Kai is a much better offensive threat.
Yeah. It's his athleticism that allows him to make up for not being great defensively. But like Simo is just assignment sound and energy, right? Like so it's like I ain't gonna be
I
ain't gonna lock nobody down, but I'm gonna 100% give you 100% effort every single minute I'm out there on the floor, and you don't really need him to do that much. The problem is offensively, he gives you almost nothing.
Is nothing. Don't even look at the basket.
Yeah. I almost stood up, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was in the media area, I would have stood up and started clapping in the Vanderbilt game when he caught the ball at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And then drove and took. I was like, Simo, you realize you don't have to take the open three just because they gave it to you, bro. Like you can go get a better shot.
Right.
I was happy for him.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, the question you asked me was like, what does Auburn need to do to improve? And it's really just about taking care of the basketball during stretches in the game. And then making tough twos because they're not getting the calls in the lane. Like you just got to make the tough ones instead of like, I'm not going to say they complain because it's their legitimate issues of getting fouled when they're in the lane, but like not letting that frustration boil over into the next few minutes of basketball. Right.
Right.
And if they can get to the point where they stop letting their frustrations take over 2, 3, 4 minute stretches in the middle of games, they'll be fine. Because like people look at that Florida game, and I talked about this on the show, like Auburn scored 81 in that game. It's not like they, and did not shoot the ball well.
Did not shoot well at all.
81.
Right.
The problem is because you weren't getting what you thought you should have gotten as far as foul calls, and Florida was making some tough shots. It made stretches of the game where your effort dipped. And you gave up 90, right? Like, so like your effort can't dip just because it ain't going your way.
Killed on the offensive glass. Florida getting 4 or 5 shots. I remember one possession, they got 4 shots, 5 shots, 4.
Mm-hmm. And they hit a 3 on the final one.
Yep. Right. So, yeah, I just want to so in your opinion, and you don't have to stand by this, but in your opinion, who is the team in the SEC with the highest ceiling? Like who can?
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
Yeah. Because listen, Florida has won games without Walter Clayton Jr.
Right.
They beat Auburn without Elijah Martin.
Right.
And we're gonna see what happens with Alex Condon because he got hurt.
He got hurt, right?
Game. So
but they were talking about taking the red shirt off Handlocked.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see if they get him back. Now they were probably more likely to do that if Condon is hurt for real.
Exactly.
But like in my opinion, you don't lose anything if you get hand logged in for content. Like you press that's an even trade. So
apples and apples.
Yeah, if your guard play continues to be where it is with Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, or Will Richard, like, and then you get what's your boy's name coming off the bench?
Valentine.
Nah. I can't think of his name right now.
But
But
talking about the hold on,
little dark skin dude.
Florida, dark skin dude with the little. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Anyway, you know, saying you get him coming off of the bench doing what he does. Like, you just got a really solid guard rotation. The only issue that Florida is going to have is, as far as the bigs are concerned, they're really good, but it's those three or nothing.
Right.
Like, if you get one of those dudes in foul trouble, their big rotation is jacked.
Right.
Like, they don't have. Like, now, again, if they get hand logged in back and they have Condon, now you can go 2 and 2 at all times. You're fine.
Right.
But you get one of them dudes in foul trouble, it changes fundamentally how they play offense, because they're a heavy pick and roll team, which their big set really good picks, and they're heavy on their ability to go to the offensive glass.
Right.
You lose that, then you lose that, especially like, so, which is allows you to shoot the way that you shoot, which is free and unencumbered. Like, it's not, you just, I'm gonna let it rip.
Just take the shot, because we're gonna get the
something up on the rim.
Right.
Those guys will go get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, you lose one of those bigs, you lose your ability to do some of that stuff. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for them. But I just think that they're the most complete team in the SEC right now, because they play so well on both ends of the floor.
Right.
And the way in which they score limits possessions for the other team. So and they can run, they can play any style, they can play you in half court, they can run, getting up and down the floor. You know, they play really well interiorly on the in the interior on defense, as far as forcing tough shots in the lane. I mean, it's just there's not like a weakness of that floor team.
Right. And again, I said, I look at Auburn, I see a complete team too.
Auburn's complete. The only thing for Auburn, in my opinion, is scoring. Like, scoring is not as consistent as you need it to be.
Right. And that's worrying me this time of year. And I expected it once you got deep into conference play, when teams have scouted you and you play some games and they, you know, pick up on tendencies and things of that nature. I also think Auburn missed a lot of shots that they don't need. Like, Janai Broome has missed a lot of shots I didn't expect. Like, he's missed layups and, you know what I mean? Like, things of that nature. I think what also is happening is Chad isn't looking for his shot as much. Like, he hadn't been aggressive the last few games.
You know, he's hurt right now.
Yeah, I know he beat up, and I figured that played a part. But that goes back to me saying this is why Ja'Kai Howard could be essential right now, because, man, he could give them at least a score. Chris Moore is no threat. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave Ja'Kai in the corner. He's gonna shoot the three.
He was shooting up above 40% from three when he was playing. Yeah,
right. So he and then the athleticism,
and he gonna let it fly too.
He gonna let that boy know. You know what I'm saying?
He is not shy, boy. He's like, hey, man.
He is gonna let the chopper chop. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. So that's the thing. It's not. That's why I say Auburn can get better.
Yeah,
if they get him back in the fold. You already using Turtle more, which I like that too.
Yeah,
sparingly, but it's effective. He's effective when he plays.
That's the right word for him. He's effective in his minutes. That's what I like about seeing him.
Exactly. And I think you'll see THIIIRDS take on more of a scoring role when we get down here, because he's like a high joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know you can bring in a guy off the bench, a freshman, super fast, athletic, in the gym range, not afraid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's like it's like bringing in Rivera off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like Rivera in the 9th inning, like, you know, 99 at your fist. You know what I'm saying? like, you know what I'm saying? High and inside on righties, high and away on lefties.
I think you're actually going to see Auburn go into. I mean, they run a lot of, you know, flex stuff, of course. I think you're going to see them go into more of the pick and roll stuff as the season goes. Well, I mean, not just that, but like with Denver, I think,
Yeah.
just hearing Coach Pearl in the post game and actually Denver talking the post game, because I was at the Vanderbilt game.
Right.
So
Well, I should have came. I was running so late then. I was like, man, it's gonna take me forever to get up. Like,
in the post game, Denver was talking about how much he struggled in the previous game, and the difference for him in this game was him and Stephen Pearl talking about, like, you're a scorer, go score.
Go score.
Right. Don't worry about whether or not, we're play within the flow of the offense, but when you have a shot, go take your shot. Right. And so I think that you're going to see more pick and roll action with both of the point guards. Wemby's the next. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he aspired. Vic Craig.
You're going to see more pick and roll offense with the guards, which is something that Auburn had gotten away from in the Janai Broome era, because they were trying to get to the post a little bit more. But when, just the previous iteration, when you had Jabari and Walker Kessler, they were almost exclusively pick and roll. They ran a lot of flex stuff, but they ran a ton of pick and roll action because Wendell Green Jr. is a scoring guard. So they were trying to put him opportunity to score. I think you're going to see a little bit more of that as they get down here towards the end of the season, just to try to make sure that the two primary ball handlers that you have, Denver Jones to Hyde Pettiford, are able to be in attack mode for the entire time.
Right. At least put pressure on the defense to make them have to guard that.
And I think that's going to change the way that they play offensively, because Janai Broome now can't be the focus, right? Like, even though he has a lot of gravity that he brings when you kick it to him in the post, if you're going to have your guards be in more of a scoring role, which is what kind of Florida does, right? They just cool. You're going to get into a position now where, all right, so I love the offensive mind for the coordinators for Auburn, because I'm looking forward to seeing how they play off of a pick and roll action to go into some different kind of duck down actions for the post for Janai, like different ways to get him into the post besides some of the flex stuff that they've been doing. I think that's going to be real interesting. So that's another thing I think Auburn can do better, is I think that there's another iteration of this offense that they haven't shown yet.
That's my whole point. I don't think they've shown all they can be. And I think that when in that, you let the guards get off, and I think you close with Janai. Like, we can. I know,
for sure,
that we can post him up. And it's it's easy money for the most part.
Right.
But I think if you get the guards going, and then if you can just take him and Chaney, and like Chaney just closed the game the other night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we can get inside. And I like the way we played even though it was a closer game. I like this. I like to see Denver and them get off. I would like to see Miles and Chad and them do a little bit more scoring. Cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Denver gets off. Tahad gonna get his, of course. But we close down the middle. Like remember, Janai had 2 points at halftime. He finished with 17.
He ended with 17, 15 all in the second half. And he made the majority of his free throw attempts. Right. That can't be underscored. That is big. He's got to be able, and Dylan, because honestly, Dylan is getting to the free throw line at one of the highest rates on the team right now. Chad had a high free throw rate, and he hasn't of late, but Dylan's getting to the free throw line a lot, and he's one of the worst free throw shooters on the team
in the country.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, okay, cool, man. And in regards to this game, what do you think, man? What do you think in regards to the game Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I talked a little bit. I just posted this for those that don't know. I run an Auburn fan channel, so I posted my preview here just a little while before I jumped on here. And I think one of the biggest things for me is going to be how this game is officiated more than anything.
Hold that thought. What word you talking about, Dion? What word was that you just said? I'm adding that to my who was it, me or Ike?
I have no idea. I just be talking. So I don't even know what I said.
Ike is very much so a wordsmith. He is he can dazzle you with vocabulary in conversation. I'll say that. so I don't know which. Let's say I'm getting smarter watching. Hey, man. Yeah, I gonna point very much so. Very much so.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I talked about this already. Like I said, I just posted my preview up on the channel. If T's still in here, man, we were supposed to
where's T? Come back.
We supposed to chop it up about this today, man. But and I still got time tomorrow if you're watching T. We could do something tomorrow during the day. But It's gonna for me. It's gonna like the only thing I dislike about this Auburn team this year, and I initially thought that this was a good thing, but as you get further into the end of the season and you start to get into the tournament, I think it's going to change into be a deficit for them, is the fact that they are too willing to allow the other team to set the tempo for the game, right? Like they've allowed every other team to say, okay, this is what the game is going to look like. Let me play your style. And they've just been better at playing the other team's style of basketball for the vast majority of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're playing a team that wants to play,
by the way, T in here.
T, yeah, come on in here, man. We were supposed to talk about this game anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to her. Yeah, keep going.
When you're playing a team like LSU and they want to go up and down the floor, cool. Auburn's like, oh, bet we're playing tempo this game. They want to get up and down the floor. They want to run with you. When you're playing a team, like Mississippi State that wants to slow the pace down a little bit more. Okay, cool. We'll play the half court. Blah, blah. Tennessee. Okay, we want to play a super physical. No problem. We can play physical with you. The problem is you're starting to get into the point in the schedule, and you'll get away with it a couple of more times just because, Arkansas is playing better right now. I just don't know that they have the depth to be able to compete with Auburn for 40 minutes.
Right.
Trying to think who else is on the schedule left for Auburn. Georgia doesn't really have the offensive capability to compete with Auburn.
They're in a tailspin somewhat right now.
Yeah. So you got Bama twice, Georgia, Arkansas. I'm missing somebody who's left on the schedule for Auburn. Kentucky, you're on the road with Kentucky.
We haven't played them yet.
Yeah. So when you play teams like Alabama, when you play teams like Kentucky, when you play teams that once you get into the tournament have mastered their style of play, like there are teams who play a certain style and there are teams who've mastered their style.
Alabama
you can't fight them in their mastered style. You got away with that with Tennessee. Right. You can't fight everybody on their master style. You have to decide, it's like an MMA fight, right? It's like, okay, if you're not a ground and pound dude, don't go in there. Bro, like, no, we're not taking this to the mat, bro, at all.
Right.
Stop trying to fight everybody in their style and say, you know what? Nah, this game, this is how we want to play. And that's got to start on the defensive end of the floor for them.
I agree.
And so if they decide, which is what they did, to your point, versus Vanderbilt, in the second half of that Vandy game, they was like, all right, bro,
this the way we finna play.
I'm just shutting the water off.
Right.
I'm just, you're not getting all this little cute stuff. No.
Yeah, all this little rinky dink.
Once they cut the water off on Vandy, it was a problem the rest of that game.
Exactly.
They got that 12-point win.
It was much more lopsided than 12.
Yeah.
In that second half, man.
Yeah.
It was much more
and that was Vanderbilt came and took the lead in the second half. Once Auburn turned it up on the defensive end and they started forcing tough shots, forcing turnovers late in the shot clock, ugly. They made it muddy on the offensive end for Vandy. And then, like I said, Chaney Johnson went crazy. Bro, Chaney.
Like I said, man, I don't think Chaney knows how good Chaney is. If he just stays on the court, Chaney is a matchup. Chaney is 6'7", 6'8", about 220, 225.
He's everything I wanted Jay Will to be, which he is.
Right.
When I get the ball,
I'm going to be goal.
I'm going to go get a bucket.
Getting
a bucket,
like to score.
Yeah. If Jay Will would have had that aggression, he has that kind of athleticism.
Right
now, I think Chaney's more athletic. I'm just saying, I think Jay Will has superior athleticism that would allow him to go get buckets like that.
Right.
But the level of athleticism he has with the mentality to score that he has,
right.
The only thing he needed was a little bit of confidence and polish, and he's starting to pick that up. Problem.
You can't leave him open on the three because he can hit that. You know what I mean?
He's a matchup nightmare.
Right. He is and I think it's time to start. Like I said, it's time to start exploiting that. You know what I mean? That's got to be exploited. But let me ask, what's your thoughts on Alabama as a team, man? And like I said, I don't know. I've watched them play a few times. I don't know how much better they can get unless LeBaron Philon becomes more of a scoring threat.
I mean, Bama's the best scoring team in the country.
Right. So I don't think they really need to get much better.
The offense is not ever really going to be a problem for Bama.
Right.
the offensive issue for Bama, I'll say this, is
inside scoring consistency.
Not even that, because they've gotten better at that. Like they're shooting somewhere around 55-56% on the interior right now since conference play has started. They've gotten much better since conference play. The issue for Bama for me is, and it's some of it's just a byproduct of the style of play that they have, is they rush too many shots. You're gonna have to take that StreamYard thing off of there. It's blocking in your face, bro. What up, T?
Hello.
It's a byproduct of the style of play that they have, is they can get turnover prone. Like, I mean, when I say prone, I mean like stretches of 2 and 3 minutes where they will have multiple turnovers in a game, and it changes the momentum of what they like to do offensively. And the reason why that's a problem for them, and more of a problem for them, is again because of the style of the way that they play basketball, which is tempo, pace, speed. If you turn the ball over and the other team is getting easy buckets, and then you start trying to force shots yourselves and they're not going in, it gets real hairy real fast.
Right.
That's what got away from them in the Ole Miss game. They were turning the ball over too much, and then they weren't able to secure offensive boards. So it was a compound. If you go look at that Ole Miss game and look at the number of shots taken by both teams.
Right.
Don't look at the final score. The final score is
they took a lot of shots.
No,
I mean they didn't take a lot of
Ole
shots.
Miss
It was
took
a lot of turns.
twice as many shots as Bama
right.
did in their own crib. I'm like, you can't let another team come into your house and take twice as many shots as you, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
But that was because they weren't on the offensive glass and they turned the ball over too many times.
Right. And
that's really the only weakness that they have offensively. They crash and get offensive boards pretty well. They shoot the three well. They're decent on the interior.
Right.
But it's them turnovers, and sometimes it's the rush. It's not being patient enough in their offense. But again, that's how they play ball. I don't know if they're gonna be able to change that.
That's his system. I hate his system, but that's how he let them do it.
Yeah, he let it fly. They don't care. Like his shot, his thought process is getting a shot is better than a shot clock violation. Get one up on the rim.
Exactly. T, what's your thoughts on this game, man? I hadn't really given mine completely, but go for it.
I think it's gonna go one or two ways. It's either gonna be a blowout, don't know about who, or it's gonna be something that's gonna come down to the last. What year was that? A couple of years ago, was that like 20?
About
22 or something like that. And it really came down to like the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, we played y'all on the road.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, especially with all the game day and stuff down there. Hey, I sold my ticket.
Really?
Shout out to we appreciate it. But
that atmosphere is gonna be crazy. I don't even know what time I'm gonna drive down there.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go, man. I'll be there. It really started at 3. Probably be there about 1.
Man,
I'd say that because I don't know if it's a Is it a softball game down there?
Ugh.
Maybe not. Yeah, because like that. See, that's the other thing. I don't feel like dealing with, because I knew I wouldn't be able to leave till like maybe I was being late anyway. So I'm like, I ain't gonna deal with all that. I just watch it up here in Birmingham. Yeah.
But I think so my thoughts of this, man. Like if I'm honest with myself, my expectation is for Alabama to win the game.
All signs point to Bama should win.
Right.
They should.
Right. But Auburn has big game metal. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know how teams like, man, the bigger the game. I'm gonna say this. I think they played Florida weak. You know what I mean? Like I don't think.
Yeah. I think when they saw Elijah Martin ain't playing, Walter Clayton coming off the injury, I think that they kind of
took the foot.
Convinced themselves it was gonna be a.
Then they got that lead off the top, and then they kind of took their foot off the gas, man. Then Clayton got going, and we couldn't stop him. And then they started hitting the glass, and we couldn't stop it. You know what I mean? They got frustrated with some of the calls. It just got away from them.
I'll say this: if y'all fool around, if Nelson get in foul trouble, the kid from Rutgers, like if them bigs get in foul trouble, it's a wrap.
That again, that's what I was starting to say when you asked me about the game. I think it's going to come down to how the game's officiated.
Right.
If if Janai Broom is actually getting whistles on the interior and the bigs start to get in foul trouble, they just they don't have
I mean,
they don't have enough depth
that
on
he
the
don't get
interior.
calls like he should, man.
Nah,
Maybe am I seeing something like,
bro? He is the only National Player of the Year candidate I can remember in my lifetime that does not get superstar calls. He just don't get them, bro. Like you have to like mug this dude
right?
to get a foul
Like,
call in.
and that's not me being biased. If I'm like, damn, he'll call like every time. Look, he doing like this, his head getting hit. He like he turn around looking at the ref like, damn, y'all ain't gonna call that.
It's a clip from him scoring in the Vanderbilt game that they posted on the Auburn social media, where they had a backside clear out. They lifted all the players up above, and then Chad throws from opposite wing to the other side of the rim.
He caught it.
He caught it and went up with his left hand. He got hit in his head when he went up the first time. Got his own board.
Right.
Dude hit his arm on the putback. He got his own board again. And then scored it the third time. There was no foul call in none of that. I was just like, bro,
he turned around, looked at the ref, man. Ref standing right there.
I was like, how is this man a National Player of the Year candidate? And you watch this happen. Like, I ain't even ask. Like, again, superstar calls supposed to kind of just be natural for a dude that is as highly touted as he just don't get them calls, bro.
Right.
It's crazy. But
in reference to the game, though, like I said, Auburn has big game, man. We done played in a lot of big games. The last that team, this iteration of this team, even though you added in some players, this iteration of this team has played in a lot of big games the last 2 seasons. Dylan, Chad, Denver, Janai, Chris, Chaney, they played in a lot of big games the last couple of years, man. And they played well. Like, they've beaten a lot of good teams the last couple of years. Not to say that Alabama hadn't done the same thing. I'm not saying that. But I think, especially when you have a team, and this is just like I'm old school. We all are. If you have a team that's tough mentally and they can play inside and score from everybody can't do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, teams don't have a guy or two that you can literally post up and go get a bat. Not in college basketball, not in 2025. Shit, not in the NBA. You know what I mean? So when you have guys that, man, when all else fails, you know what I'm saying? Even in a tight game, like, you can get into it. This game can turn into a knife fight. You know what I mean? But in a knife fight, when you know you got a couple guys that you can throw the ball down here to, and more times than not, they're going to get you a bucket. You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of sets you apart from. I think that's what set Auburn apart from everybody else this season. Is the inside scoring. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lati? So I don't know. Again, the carnal knowledge would tell me that Alabama's gonna win this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all signs point to that. Y'all, they didn't won 7 games in a row. They're playing at home, game day. All these things point towards that. I just don't know. I don't even want to pick a team. I don't even want to pick. You know what I mean? Because my mind is telling me Bama, but my conscience is telling me Auburn gonna be ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you said. I think it's gonna be a close game, and I think it's gonna be a knife fight. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't see it either way. You know what I'm saying? If it's a blowout, it'll be a blowout for Bama. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I don't know that Auburn is going to blow out this Bama
I don't
team
see that,
because Bama's just they've only been blown out one time, and that's the one loss they had. Again, it was at home, it was against Ole Miss, but they played like absolute crap in that game. Right.
I almost got put out that game. I was I watching. Like, what is this?
Like I said, and I think was that the day Auburn played Purdue? I think I was at the Auburn Purdue game. And I think I caught the tip. I can't remember.
No, that was like maybe two. Yeah, that was about 2 weeks ago.
No, Auburn was playing Mississippi State. Actually, I was at my son's basketball game that night. So Auburn played Mississippi State.
That's right, because it was the Mississippi.
The Mississippi Alabama 2-step.
Yeah.
So so I didn't care. I caught like the last 5-10 minutes of the game, and I was like, damn. Yeah, but yeah, I don't see I don't see Auburn blowing out Alabama in any shape, form, or fashion. But I can see it that way. But I can see Alabama winning a knife fight. I mean, I can see Auburn winning a knife fight. I can see that. So
Tickets higher than UNC.
yeah, it is.
That's because listen, no disrespect, T. That's because UNC is trash.
Man,
Yeah.
I didn't put. Hey, I've been on the why is Hubert Davis still have a job?
I was gonna ask you, man. Let me ask you something. Does Hubert survive this season, man?
They're gonna have to make a run.
Does he survive?
And I don't think he gonna. I don't think he can. I mean, I know they loyal to a fault, and then he's an alum, but
right.
What's his contract situation?
I can't even remember if he got an extension after that Final Four run.
Did they extend him?
I can't remember.
The crazy thing about that Final Four run,
and that's the only good thing he's done.
All them damn boys still in school.
Except for Baycott. Baycott just left.
They like, damn, Baycott, boy. Baycott ain't never leave. Baycott a Toys R Us kid. He ain't gonna ever grow up. But Ray Davis still in school. Caleb Love still at Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona, yep. Another kid that transferred. He's still in school.
Still in school. Jesus, man.
I can't lie. If I was in school, I would have took them coaches.
Look, man, listen. I'm not mad at them boys. I think everybody. See, that's the thing, man. And I don't have a problem. Like, college is supposed to be like that, man. You stay in that thing as long as you can, man. Because them years, once you out, you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in life, man, even in, like I enjoyed my college. I know everybody did. I know you did. I know you did. College was just that time. So if you can stay, play, and get paid, don't be in no rush, man. Get old, man. I'm not mad at them kids, man. Cash out, have some fun, be gods on them campuses, all that. But what? So this is my scenario. Let me ask you this, T, and we're gonna move on to football after this. Like, Hubert don't last. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You think they'll come after Oates? Do you think he will leave?
Nate Oates is going to get a job offer from every team that's got to be open. Indiana's going to offer him. If they don't, they're crazy.
Indiana. I heard they trying to go. They going 10 toes and 10 fingers at Brad Stevens. They trying to get Brad Stevens to leave his job as the basketball operations guy.
I don't know if Stevens want to go back into the college.
I mean, but Stevens seemed like one of those guys that just at his heart of hearts, he's a basketball coach. You know what I'm saying?
True. And it's a different situation in college basketball now with NIL and him having to
get you a GM and all this kind of stuff, man.
No. I mean, listen, it's a good idea if they can get him. But
right.
I didn't think Bill Belichick was going to come coach college football, so don't let them take my advice.
But I do think it's just going to be a yearly thing with him now. Like, he's going to always be what they say. What this smoke is fire. So he's just going to always be in the run, especially with what he's been doing now. Never thought I would have seen this day come in Alabama basketball history.
Right. See, it was a point in time that I thought that I don't think Bruce will leave now. You know what I'm saying? But I could have, like, after we went to the Final Four that first time and teams came after him, if he didn't leave then and then he didn't leave after last year, I don't think he's going to leave now. I could be wrong. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't even hear his name come up anymore because I don't think teams expect him to go. Man, Bruce going to have a statue and have the court named after him in Auburn. Maybe the Coliseum at some point in time, but yeah, so that's why I know Nate Oates' name gonna be the first one come up everywhere. Younger, a fun system that he plays. That's why I asked that, man. I expect that. You know what I'm saying? All right, football, spring ball, both of y'all. Since y'all here, you know what I mean. I start with you, Ike, because that's what I want. Spring football, man. What are we looking to accomplish this spring as a football team, man?
Figure out
outside of
the
quarterback
gonna be, bro. Like, I mean, whoever plays the quarterback, just have an identity offensively. Like right now, which I think Coach Freeze was kind of stuck last year in a couple of ways. He's never been a guy that leaned on his run game,
right?
But your best offensive player was your running back. And he didn't just say, all right, man, forget what we typically do. We just gonna lean on the run game and just do that.
Right.
And then, no disrespect to him, but you had a quarterback that pretty much tied your hands on what you were able to do from that standpoint. And so between having inexperience at your wide receivers and a quarterback who's not good at making decisions and your reluctance to lean on your run game, you ended up with an offense that you was just trying to manufacture stuff every now and then. Now, the offense performed better, right? Like they was out there, explosive plays, top 10, kind of all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But when you needed it, right? When the money was on the table and you got to do something, you didn't know where you were going for it.
Right.
And that is what Auburn needs to figure out during the spring is what are the things that we actually do well, that it doesn't matter if they say, all right, cool, we're going to put 8 in the box, but we can run the ball really well. But put 8 in the box and we still going to get these 3 yards.
Right.
Or are we just that efficient at throwing the ball where it's like on 4th and 1, we still might throw that and let Cam Coleman go box somebody out and go, Perry Thompson on a I don't care what it is, but you got to figure that out quick during this spring session, like where your go-to guys and what is your offensive line going to look. I think they'll be fine on defense. They just extended DJ Durkin. The talent is there all over the defense, but they got to figure out an offensive identity.
Right. And what about so this is where who's the starting offensive line? Who is the tight end that's going to catch passes? Who is going to be the starting running back? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of questions that it might be a sensible answer to it, but I just don't know. I expect Cam Coleman to be the go-to guy wide receiver. Well, we got Singleton from Georgia Tech. Yeah. So what is I think the wide receiver, this might be the most talented wide receiver room we've had probably since 2005.
Easily.
You know what I mean?
Easily. Yeah, I mean they got talent all over the wide receiver room, but none of that's gonna matter if you can't block and you can't throw.
If you can't block. So offensive line wise, who stars? What is I expect Connor Lou to be the center. I need to see more out of him this year. I expect him to be all SEC at some point in his career. The guards, because we got depth there. Only person I think that I know is starting 2 guys, that's Lou and that's Chaplin. Outside of that, and what's the kid, the other kid from USC, maybe him,
Mason Murphy.
Mason Murphy.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, Jeremiah Wright's back. Dylan Wade is back.
Right.
And so likely those are going to be your 2 guards, and then you'll have Chaplin on one side, probably Murphy on the other. So I would assume it'd be Chaplin, Wade, Lou, Wright, Murphy.
Okay.
As your 5 up front.
You bring back Too Tall. You bring back who am I missing? Johnson.
You got Tyler Johnson's back. Yeah.
You got
Braden Joyner's coming back along the interior
and Muskrat and all these guys.
One of them, I think Muskrat might be leaving.
You think he's leaving?
Yeah, I think he might be finna get up out of there.
Okay. All right. I just want depth and talent at one point in time.
And they do. I mean, you got some, some guys that haven't played. With DeAndre, with Drake Carter, who was in there last time.
Drake Carter and Farrell. What's Edmond?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Favor
Edwin, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Favor Edwin. That's it. Yeah.
And you got a couple of freshmen. Broderick Shaw, who was in this class right here, is supposed to be pretty good. Can play out there at the tackle position. You've got some guys so that you can get out there and do it with. But yeah, you need to find your 5 and then figure out kind of what do they do best and does that fit the way that you want to do it. So they just need to figure again the offensive identity, and it's going to start a lot with what can we block well,
right?
Because I think they want to go into more 3 and 4 wide receiver sets this year.
I know they do. I think that's why. That's even if it was at the cost of wins. I think that's the identity that Hugh Freeze is trying to build for. And you are what you are. You know what I'm saying? You are what you are. Hugh wants to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Even though the team didn't win, the offense was really decent last year, man. It was just turnovers at inopportune times.
The turnovers
that really killed the team. Like Auburn Auburn is a team that there is 5-7. They easily could have been 10-2 as well. 9-3.
Yeah,
Easy.
I mean, the turnovers early in the season were absolutely atrocious. And like you said, it was at probably the worst times against some of the worst teams. It was crazy.
Right.
But
Cal, bro. Arkansas, Cal.
Oklahoma,
man. Oh my God. Anyway, before I throw up, I'm gonna come back to you on the defense and on the kicking team. T, since you the Bama fan on here,
blah blah blah.
give me a synopsis. Who is your quarterback? What does your offense look like?
I don't know. I really don't.
I'm honestly more confident in what we got coming back than what y'all got coming back, to be honest.
I haven't seen enough, but like, is Simpson really the guy? Like, is he going to be the guy for y'all?
See, that's what I know, and I don't know if I hope this Ryan Grubbs thing work out for everybody since they've been wanting them so bad, and I really don't know. I have no expectations this year. I don't know. Now, if you told me the season was starting tomorrow, then Ty Simpson was more than likely going to be the starting quarterback. I don't, and then I don't have my friends that work down there no more, so I don't really ask nothing. I just like whatever I see on the internet, I see, but I really don't have a clue. I hope they don't throw that freshman in there like a
Keelan
fish out of water.
See, look about.
So, and I will say I want the run game to come back this year. I really like that kid, the little young boy, Young. And I forgot who. I know we got Justice Haynes left, but then we got somebody that still came back.
Jam Miller stayed.
Yeah, Jam Miller stayed. But I hope we utilize Richard Young more.
Right.
This year. That wide receiver room gonna be interesting. I didn't watch that kid. I think that kid we got from Miami. The few Miami games, I don't think I really saw him get a catch, but I hear he quick too. I mean, not as fast as Ryan, but they say he'll speed. So, Bernard came back. It will be interesting to see what the O-line gonna look like. I don't think people gonna really appreciate Tyler Booker leaving, but that man was the glue. Right. So hopefully somebody takes up his role, and keeps it together. So, but yeah, I have no expectations for Bama this year. I'm just gonna go to my games. I go to screen roll tide and pay my money.
All right, defense, man. I know you said the defense, so let's expound on the defense a little bit more. Ike, talent everywhere, young talent. Like I'm talking about, man. I've never seen a team with so many good true freshmen. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Auburn fan, man. I've never seen a team with so many true freshmen contributing. Like I said this all last season, man, all going through the season. I said, if I name 15 players on this team, the 15 best players on 20 best players on this team, 10 of them true freshmen. Like I was 15 players on this team. 10 of the top 10 of them are true freshmen. Several on the defense. But what do we need to do? This was my disappointment. My disappointment was in third down defense late in games. Especially third and longs, and then third and shorts. Third and me, you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of, play well, but third and longs, and then third, like a team get third and 2, third and I didn't like what we lined up and tried to do there. You know what I mean? But as far as talent, I look at Keldrick Falk should be an All-American this year. I'm looking at what's my guy? Defensive lineman, Malik Blockton.
Yeah.
Excellent. Amaris Williams, I expect to take a huge step. I expect the leader of that team. I expect DeMarcus Riddick to be an alpha on this team, man. I just see it in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? I see it in his mentality. The DBs, man, Jay Crawford,
Kaden Lee,
man, Kaden Lee, Caleb Harris, bro. So middle linebacker is a concern of mine, and like consistent pass rush. Who's going to be the pass rusher this year? So what's your thoughts on that? And
I mean,
next
the pass rush is really the biggest thing for me. I think they're going to be better against the run this year, just because I think the way that the linebackers play is going to be conducive for them to be able to play against the run. I like Robert Woodyard doing a lot of what I think Robert Woodyard can be a lot of what they need in that linebacker room as far as leadership is concerned. But yeah, that's probably the only place where I'm like, I don't know that we got a guy there yet. I mean, unless one of them freshmen becomes a guy or DJ Barber steps up because he didn't play a lot last year. I just don't know that there's a guy there in that linebacker room. And then
what about EJ Melendez?
Yeah, Melendez he's good. Right. He's good. But like I said, I just hadn't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I just need to see it out there in action. But they're probably going to play a lot more kind of hybrid guys that are really safeties, but they're going to bring them down into the box and let them play against the run. But I think they'll be all right against the run. It's the pass rush that I'm most worried about, right? Like DeMarcus Riddick's got it, the ability to go get after it. They got the kid that came over in the transfer portal, whose name is escaping me right now.
From LSU.
Nah. He's from a small school. Sam Houston is.
Yes. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Chris. I know who you're talking about. No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But and I think that he's going to be a pass rush specialist for the team, right? And so, like, are they going to be able to your point, on those 3rd and longs, 3rd and 7 or more type scenarios, make the quarterback have to get the ball out of their hand quickly, or at least make them offensively say, okay, we got to go to max protect because we can't stop this dude. He's going to be a problem on the edge, whatever it may be, so that they don't have to blitz a lot, or they're going to be exotic. I don't know what they're going to do, but they got to figure out how to be better in those situations where it's an obvious pass situation. Can we make the quarterback get off of his spot and not have to defend in the back end for 4 seconds?
I want to see what Keiron Crawford becomes this year, because I saw it coming together towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
I want to see Jamonte Waller healthy and coming off the edge, and then Joe Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear so much about, like, he can play the middle, he can play the edge. Like, I hear a lot about.
Yeah, I think Joe Phillips is going to be. He has the ability to be special,
right?
And one of those guys that you just move around a lot, and he can do a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's it, right? It's just like there's a lot of unproven up there, and you know what? In that defensive line class they brought in that are true freshmen, those dudes.
Whoa, I wasn't even gonna get on that. You know what I'm saying?
They got some,
but Malik Archery and Crawford. And man, like
that young man,
Antonio Coleman,
that young man from Parker is massive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jordan Crawford.
Oh my God,
that boy
is
gonna be special. God. You know what I'm saying, man?
He plays so angry. That's what I like. A defensive
I want my defensive lineman to play angry.
He got that Nick Fairley kind of mean street situation.
Yes, dog. That's what I want. I don't like nice guys. I don't want smart guys on my defensive line. I want bullies. I want fools. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan Crawford definitely got that bully in.
Man, dog, I want a fool coming up to me. I want Nick Fairley hitting you late. You know what I'm saying? I want, dog. That's what I want, and I see that in Crawford. Man, he is. Did you watch the championship game? The 6A championship game?
He dominated the game.
Yeah. When the last time you seen a kid right there in the middle dominate like that, man? Like unblockable. I mean, unblockable.
Yeah,
unblockable.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
He definitely got it. Like if that translates to the SEC the way that it was in high school, which there's no guarantee that it will. But goodness, but he again, his mentality is already a problem, right?
Like Patrick, Antonio Coleman,
man,
that's a damn good haul on the defensive line. In the same class,
if they're going to be able to rotate those kind of guys in there
with blocking already there and whoever else, Rakes,
because Rakes is up out of there. They got they got Dallas Walker,
Amars Williams and
Keldrick Faulk. But they got Dallas Walker over in the transfer portal, who I
Right.
think can play a true zero tech for him. So like they have enough bodies to rotate. If they stay healthy and those freshmen translate
up.
to like kind of really man, yeah, that defense is gonna be way different because of the bodies they can rotate up front.
Right.
Because you already know they got the talent in the defensive backfield. But again, the question is, do they have the depth at the linebacker to be able to play and be assignment sound there? But now that they have some more bodies up front, it's going to be a very different defense.
And I hadn't even got at the DBs. The DBs are really damn like the DBs might be the best position. I'm talking about the wide receivers, but the defensive backfield might be the best position on the. I don't know. You may feel otherwise.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't debate that. I think they have a really great defensive backfield
between K and Lee, Caleb Harris, Jay Crawford. Look at these guys. Like took red shirt seniors positions, though. Like they basically ran, they ran Keontae Scott off the field. You know what I'm saying?
And if Champ Anthony comes back healthy,
then the freshman,
yeah. I mean the freshmen that they got in this class crazy too.
Blake Woodby, Donovan Starr,
yeah. They got some dogs for sure. Got some dogs.
What you think about the defense, man? On y'all, I know y'all gonna lose some pieces. With some age and some experience. So what? Kai,
Malachi, the young kid from J.O. Robinson.
What's it?
Campbell.
Campbell gone. Campbell, right.
Then who transferred? Somebody else transferred.
What's the boy?
Devontae Smith. Yeah, he had the same. I think they're still gonna be straight because you still had like Tim Keenan is coming back.
Yeah, Tim, that's my boy.
Damani Jackson is coming back.
Right.
Rusau, Overton.
Quay Rusau. Overton.
The kid that came from Washington that got hurt, he's coming back. Saab. No, Michigan.
Yeah, that's
Washington,
Michigan. Yeah, Saab.
So they still have enough pieces. And to me, I wasn't mad with the defense last year. I think it got to the point where
I think they played well.
They played well
just towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and I think it got to the point where the offense, it almost reminded me like I was in school. The offense got so stagnant to where they on the field too much. Like
Jalen Milroe left.
D'Amico out there.
Milroe, right. And it's crazy. It's like Auburn, the only team that didn't know if you stop Milroe from running. Like we just let him run that bitch. Like I'm just like, dog, stop him now. He had a lot of turnovers against us. But we let him get his legs going, and when his legs get going, he gets confident, and the team does too.
Start doing that. Ugh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So glad, so glad that's gone. So glad that's out. So God bless the young man, but Jesus Christ.
Listen, man. I know I'm an Auburn fan and I'm gonna be a hater, but he looked like a majorette when he started doing all
I
that
was
stuff.
I asked my little cousin, I was like, is that something y'all doing down there at T-Town? Is that a dance at the party? It's like, what is
like
that?
A dance girl, bro. Come on.
You think Saab can transfer? Why you say that, man?
Apparently he doesn't like how he plays.
You don't like Saab game? And then y'all got what's the true freshman that started? Brown. And
Brown
and Mbakwe.
Mbakwe, had our version of Cooper DeJean, little white boy safety.
Right. He say Saab can't cover.
I honestly think a big portion of the whole controversy in the offseason and this is not me like knowing anything, this is me making assumptions, with Mbakwe was about his desire to play both sides,
right?
And that's why they tried it out for him in the bowl game.
Right.
Like, and I think a part of like his recruitment was around his desire to do that.
Play both
and then,
sides, right?
Administration change and blah blah, and they was like, nah, we just blah. And so, and the reason why I say that is because looking at both the tweets that he was putting out or social media posts he was putting out during that time, and he was entertaining Colorado as the place where he was going to transfer
to take over Travis' spot. Right.
I think a lot of that had to do with him wanting to play offense as well, and they hadn't given him that opportunity.
Right.
So I think to keep him on the roster, you're gonna have to give him
to play
snaps.
Right. I agree. So I said, man, this might be the first year. I know Alabama is it's a lot of unknown, and this might be the first year, really in a long time. This is really the first year probably since AJ McCarron left, where I really have no idea who's gonna be y'all quarterback. Like no earthly clue. You know, maybe a couple years with Blake Barnett and Jalen Hurts at that particular point in time.
Oh yeah,
I think everybody knew Hurts was going. I think everybody knew Hurts was going to take that job. You know what I'm saying? But since Jake Coker and Blake Sims, that time, I think this is like the most unknown as far as the quarterback position.
Because they still got the kid who, you got the freshman Ty Simpson,
the kid that transferred from Washington,
Mac.
Yeah,
it's somebody else.
Simpson, Lornigan transferred,
and or maybe they know. It might be just them three. Since Lornigan transferred,
left. Yeah, so. Lornigan left, and Sion transferred when
Saban
retired. Right.
So, is he still with Ohio State?
Yeah, he's gonna be the quarterback there, from what I hear. Like, he gonna start. Aaron Nolan transferred. Devin Brown transferred. I heard Stan gonna start at Ohio State next year. Yeah. So I don't know. He said long again. Yeah. So you glad he transferred? Yeah. Man, like I said, there's a lot of unknown coming into the season. I know we got to get our kicking game straight. I don't know what's gonna happen with Alex. I know he had surgery, Alex McPherson. Magoo had the yips. You know what I'm saying? He had the yips last year. And then we bought in the kid from Southern Miss.
Yeah.
So got another punter. So you know what? I'm really excited. I'm honestly excited about the team. I know I've seen Jackson Arnold play a few times. I saw him play as a freshman at Oklahoma. I saw him play a few times last year. I think he has all the talent in the world.
Easy. Arm talent is there. His ability to run is there.
Running skills, man. Yeah. Like if we can give him some time and he picks up, and I don't expect him to have difficulty picking up the offense that much.
He ran a really similar offense at Oklahoma.
Yeah, the weapons are there. This can be the big excitement or big disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm hoping it's excitement because I just experienced a disappointment. But with the wide receivers, with Eric Singleton, with Fields, with Simmons, with Cam Coleman, with Perry Thompson, my biggest, like I said, I don't know who's gonna be the tight end. I know Frazier's coming back, but I don't expect him to be the guy. So Rico Walker,
don't know that they're gonna play a lot of tight end this year. I think that they are hoping to go to more like 10 personnel, where
like a Rico Walker, or because I know how much he liked to use Ingram and when he
Rico Walker is a good pass catching. I didn't like Rico Walker blocking. I did. Right. Every time I saw him get on the field and attempt to block, I was not loving what I saw. I mean, I didn't really like what I saw from any of the other tight ends blocking last year.
Right. And the thing about them, they've been at school too damn long to still be missing them blocks. At least Rico Walker was like a sophomore.
Yeah. I mean, so they have some guys at tight end. I just don't know that. I think that they want to get away from, because they got big receivers, right? And so I think that they're going to try to use the big receivers in the way in which Freeze typically was using tight ends. But yeah, Rico Walker, he's absolutely a pass catching threat. Like he is in the mold of an Ingram, where it's like he's more receiver than he is blocker.
Exactly.
And then Frazier, he's a big dude that can get out there. The kid that they brought in that's a true freshman,
Brian Geek or
it's the other one.
The other one. I know who you're talking about.
Hollis.
Hollis.
It might be Hollis actually. I don't know, but yeah, he is a true burner at like tight end. Like he can actually he ran track in high school. So Okay.
All right. Well, that's something you don't. And recruiting wise, what do you think about Tiller? Tiller, you see, he decommitted from Texas A&M.
Yeah. Do I think that Auburn has a legit shot with him?
Right.
I ain't gonna put nothing past this staff as far as recruit. Like I think they can get, but I think they are the last year was the final season of the, hey, just trust me, you know, we'll fix it when you get here.
Right.
That they gonna
Gotta
have
start
with these
showing
guys.
that shit.
Yeah, you got to win some games, bro.
Right.
You got to win some games. So, you know, and plus, especially for some of those like #1 overall type recruits, they not going nowhere to lose.
Right. Right.
When they can go anywhere in the country, why am I going somewhere to lose, bro? I don't care how much I can get NIL bread from everywhere.
Right.
I want to go win football games.
Right.
So, so yeah, they're gonna have to show it this year to be able to close the deal on some guys like that. I think I don't think you got to win more than 8 games to do it, though.
I don't either. And I think 8 games is very winnable looking at the schedule, man. Like even the road games at Oklahoma, I don't expect Oklahoma to be too tough. We should have beat them. You know what I'm saying? They got to overhaul their entire offense. Just about.
Oklahoma has a lot of work to do, and which they did a lot of work in the transfer portal.
Right.
But yeah, they have a lot that they need to replace. So
got to go to Baylor. Not too worried about them. I don't know what Arkansas is going. I worry about teams like Arkansas. When you have Petrino is always giving us trouble throughout the course of his career. We should have beat them. With that being said, no way in hell we should have lost that game this year. I just don't want Vandy. Shouldn't have lost to them either. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I just leave it. We'll see.
I know Bama gonna be looking for some get back at Vanderbilt this year.
Right.
Kind of world we living in. We got to get back with Vanderbilt.
Gotta get y'all lick back, man. What was y'all final record, man?
This year or last? You mean last year?
What was y'all final record? 9-4?
9-3.
With the bowl game, 9-4?
Well, 9-4, yeah. So, yeah. Michigan, Oklahoma, Vandy.
Tennessee.
Oh, dang, that's gonna be an interesting game too.
A lot of licks back. I hit back a lot of licks, man. But shit, so do we. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all joining. I'm gonna get ready to shut it down. I held y'all hostage long enough. Y'all should come back, man. Join more often, man. I had fun. Had a good time, man.
Appreciate you for having me, sir.
No doubt. Thank you.
I try to slide through.
I appreciate it, Ike. Always. I know you're a busy man with a lot going on.
Ike is a man of many talents, man.
Man of many talents, man. Like I know your arms, and I know you got bad shoulders from being pulled in all the different directions, man.
I'm just out here trying to work, bro.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. And a man in demand is a man that's gonna always have a little something going on. So I appreciate y'all both, man. I'm actually getting ready to shut it down. Give my final word.
All right, y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too, man. All right. So get ready to shut down the show, man. It's been a excellent show today. Excellent show, man. I've had a good time here personally. So let me get ready to shut it down because this was actually fun, man. Got some people to come on with me and everything, man. So I didn't know it was this late, but then yes, I did. Got some good music playing. Yeah. Great show tonight, man. Yeah, my final word. Oh, before I do that, new music. We got a lot of albums coming out tomorrow. Westside Gun has an album coming out tomorrow. It might, you know what? They stuff might actually be out now. Let me actually look. Westside Gun has a new album coming out. Album's out. Oh, I can play it now. Westside Gun new album just dropped. Let's see, Drake and Party Next Door. Drake and Party Next Door new album. I don't know where it's gonna really. Maybe I should look up Party Next Door, man. I don't know what it's dropping on. I don't know if it's gonna be on Apple Music or not. Drake and Party Next Door have a new album coming out too. Of course, 2 Chainz and I'm listening to 2 Chainz and Larry June album like it's running from me. They were actually on Jimmy Fallon last night. That was dope. But yeah, check out the new music that's coming out. And final word wise, I don't have a lot final word to say. I'm just, you know, I'm always this is what I say, man. I do a lot of things. I make clothes, man. I do the show. I do a lot of things, man. And people are often, I see other people doing their thing, man. And I'm always cheering on other people doing their thing, whether it's doing the show, whether they're doing a show, whether they're making clothes, whatever it is, whatever space I'm in, others in that space, I'm their biggest fan. I have no hate, I have no animosity, I have nothing but admiration and goodwill and good luck towards everybody out here, man, trying to do something to better themselves, trying to, you know, if they have a passion and they're trying to push their passion, I'm proud of that, man. I love to see it, first and foremost. So that's awesome. So what I want to say to you all is that if you are in any kind of creative space or whatever it may be, one thing I want you all to realize, man, they collaborate at the top. The top people that do these things, they work together. So don't be afraid to step out and do something with someone else. That's awesome. I'm actually working on something with somebody right now. Well, they're doing something. We're gonna work on something. You all will hear about it, see about it here soon. But at the top, they collaborate. They collaborate at the top. It's the people that aren't doing it that's on the sideline hating. They hate at the bottom, but at the top, they work together. They collaborate. So if you are in that space, man, work with others, man. Work with others and boost your profile. Pharrell and Nigo work together. You see what I'm saying? Like, they work together. Virgil and Louisville, all these people, like they work together. At the top, they work together. So remember, collaboration is key. Don't be afraid to work with somebody else that's in the same space as you. Learn something new, get some new ideas, push some things forward, be forward thinking, be forthright, do something new. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to do that. Collaboration is key. Work together. At the top, they collaborate. So with that being said, get ready to shut the show down. Shut the show down. So we're gonna play something, man. Since night, we end the show on our 95 tip. Since 95 was 30 years ago. So I'm gonna find something here to play for you all that came out 30 years ago. 1995. Ooh, I like to did that too. I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say that one for another time. So, ooh. I ain't played none of that, have I? Hold on. What is it? Ooh, hold on. I'm looking for something. I'm finna play for you. So give me a second. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Oh, let's just go here. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Bone Thugs, Mr. Bill Collector. Nah. What a time, man. Hey, if y'all was alive and outside in 95, man, you a real one. You're a real one. And, man, we had a ball. So, with that being said, man, thank you all again. We'll see you all this next Tuesday. Make sure y'all check out number 1 Auburn at number 2 Alabama this Saturday at 3 o'clock. No football, man, but we always gonna talk ball. NBA All-Star Weekend this weekend. A lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on. Always sports all the time. Baseball about to start back. We're about to be 10 toes. It's almost March, so we about to be 10 toes in college basketball. NBA is ratcheting up after the trade deadline, so it's a good time. I got more looks, more styles coming. Check out DBIC1989.com Follow me at DBIC1989 on Instagram. Follow me at Third Lawson on Instagram and on all other things. And again, like I always say, lay low, take it slow. Watch the show every Tuesday and Thursday with your boy Third Lawson, man. Design extraordinaire. I appreciate you. Be blessed. 100. Mr. Book Collector, bringing me money, know what's up tonight.
Chill, bill, collectors, better respect them, no thugs, selling drugs, pumping slugs, all up in that red, don't check them, click, click, fall to the ground when the clock bomb, make it just pump blue, and take it too long, better drop it down, or you catch it too, they need, should give them a beat, the more community, quick, don't pop, now you dig, gotta pull they nine on the knees every time, send a rock, 799, gotta put them on the bed, you wanna die, put them in the grave, and they keep it all them down. Didn't wanna take his life, but the niggas tried to run and get away with me. Yo. Didn't wanna take his life, but the niggas tried to run and get away with me. Yo.